This is Valmiki Ramayan, Season 7, Episode 19, Agnipravesh, the Fire Ordeal. Hanuman came back after meeting Sita and told Ram, "You fought this war for Sita's sake. Now you can meet her. She is longing to see you." Ram looked down and thought for a while. Surprisingly, his eyes filled up with tears. And then, drawing a deep breath, he said to Vibhishan, "Divyangaragam Vaidehim, Divyabharana Bhushitam, Ihasitam Shirasnatam, Upasthapaya Machiram." Please go and get Sita quickly after she has had her bath and put on her jewelry.
That's a strange request.
Indeed. When Sita heard about this from Vibhishan, she replied, "I want to meet Ram right away. The bath can wait. Asnatva drashtumichhami." But Vibhishan advised that she should do what Ram had said. When Sita was ready, Vibhishan got a palanquin to take her to the battlefield. He then came up to Ram and announced, "Sita is here." Ram was lost for a moment in deep thought. He replied, "Please ask Sita to get down from the palanquin and walk up to me." By now, a crowd had built up. Vanaras and Rakshasas were curious to see what was going on. Vibhishan's guards were pushing them back. Ram told Vibhishan sternly, "Let them all stay. Let them look at Sita." Vibhishan was unsure what was going on, but he did what Ram asked of him. Sita got down from the palanquin and felt embarrassed at being the center of a spectacle, Lajjaya. As she walked up to Ram, her face reflected confusion, affection, and love. And then Ram and Sita looked at each other. Months of pain and longing were finally over. Their faces lit up with joy. But then, to everyone's astonishment, Ram said, "Viditaschastu bhadram te yoyam ranaparishramaha sutirna suhridam viryat natvadartham maya kritah." "O lady, may you be well. You should know that this war that I fought and won with my friends' support was not for you. By abducting you, Ravan had insulted me. I had to avenge it. I fought this war for the glory of the Ikshvaku dynasty. But now, there is a doubt about your character. Prapta charitra sandeha. And I cannot even bear to look at you. Surely Ravan would have been attracted to someone as beautiful as you. What sort of a man would take back a woman who has spent time in someone else's house? You are free to go wherever and with whomever you wish to. You can think of Lakshman, Bharat or Shatrughna, or even Sugriv or Vibhishan. It means nothing to me."
I am shocked to hear that Ram said such things to Sita.
Yes, this is not the Ram we know. We saw how Ram suffered when Sita was abducted. Countless times we heard him say, "I cannot live for a moment without Sita. Yam vina notsahe muhurtamapi jeevitum." She is dearer to me than life itself. All Ram wanted was to get Sita back safely. If he could be with Sita, he would not wish for anything else in the world, not even Ayodhya. Ram was not fighting for the glory of his dynasty. Never did he doubt Sita's character. And Ram's love for Sita was plainly visible to those around him. In Sundarakand, Hanuman had told Sita, "Ram thinks of you all the time and is desperate to see you. He is constantly burning with grief and worry Your loss has shaken him like an earthquake shakes a mountain. Sita also knew how Ram felt about her. She had told Hanuman, I know the pain that Ram would be enduring. I know what losing me means to him. There is no one in this world that Ram loves more than me. And so, Sita was shocked to hear what Ram had just said. Vaksharais sashalyeva bhrishamashruni avartayat. Pained by Ram's words that struck her like arrows, Sita started crying inconsolably. And she said to him, What you just said is totally inappropriate. How come you're thinking like some ordinary man? I did not come here by choice. Ravan forcibly brought me. What is my fault? And my heart was always with you. After all our years together, if you still do not understand me, then I might as well be dead. Yadite ham na vidnyata hatate nasmi shashvatam. In fact, when you sent Hanuman to meet me, you should have told me how you felt. I would have killed myself right then. You could have saved yourself from the trouble of fighting this war. Risking your life and risking your friends' lives was unnecessary. And then, turning to Lakshman, Sita said, Lakshman, I don't want to live with this baseless controversy regarding my character. I will now step into a blazing fire. Please prepare the fire. Lakshman was furious. He had no idea why Ram was doing all this. He looked at Ram angrily. And then Valmiki says, Savidnyaya manaschandam Ramasyakara suchitam. Ram made a gesture. Lakshman then understood Ram's intent and he prepared the pyre. Ram had indicated to him, I know what I'm doing, just go along. Sita then said, If I am not at fault, if my character is spotless, if I have ever remained faithful to Ram in action, speech and thought, may the fire protect me. And Sita walked up to the fire. There was a roar among the crowd. The women screamed. And here, Valmiki takes a poetic turn in his narration. He says, As Sita jumped into the fire, Rishis, Devas and Gandharvas appeared on the scene. And so did Indra and Lord Brahma. And then the Devas and Agni, Lord of Fire, spoke to Ram. The Devas said, Why are you behaving like an ordinary person? Why are you treating Sita like this? Please do not forget your greatness. Do not forget Sita's greatness. Agni, the Lord of Fire, then appeared from the blaze together with Sita. He said, O Ram, Sita has done nothing wrong. Ravan took her away by force. He threatened her and offered inducements. But she never thought of him for a moment. Her heart and mind were always with you. Nakinchidabidhatavya aham ajñapayamite. I command you, never again say such hurtful things to her. We should understand that through the voices of the Devas and Agni, Valmiki is telling us how the people reacted just as Sita was about to enter the fire. Ram replied, Aham api avagacchami maithilim. I know Sita very well. I know how much she loves me. She will never even think of anyone else. And I will never leave her. It is just not possible. Na vihatum maya shakya. We are inseparable, just as the sun's rays are inseparable from the sun itself. There is no question of her having a weak moment in Ravan's palace. She is not at fault in any way. But I know that some people would have doubted her. and so I had to hear all this from you. And with that, Ram and Sita were united once again.
I used to think that Ram doubted Sita, and that is why he asked Sita to step into the fire, to test her purity.
That is a common misconception. As we just saw, Ram's hurtful words to Sita were all an act. He did not blame her or doubt her, but he knew that people would. They would unfairly question, gossip, and cast aspersions on her character. And so, he carefully created this situation. By insisting that Sita wear her jewelry, he ensured that she entered the scene looking like a queen and not a destitute captive. He then made sure that the crowds were not pushed back so that they could hear what he said. And then he said to Sita what an ordinary person might have thought. The people spoke up in response and acknowledged that Sita had done nothing wrong. They recognized her greatness. This was precisely the outcome Ram wanted. He wanted the people not to have the slightest question about their soon-to-be queen. Valmiki's narration is clear. Ram did not ask Sita to step into the fire. Never did he think that Sita needed to be purified by such an act, as if something was wrong with her, polluted. If anything was polluted, it was the people's mindset, a mindset that questions and doubts the victim. And Ram wanted to make sure that the people saw the error in that. How ironic that we falsely accuse Ram of having a mindset that he was in fact speaking up against. Iti-ha-asa. That is how it happened.